sorry to be so. I just, I just can't today, with this freaking racism and bullshit. So I've been coming to the Bronx Works program on East Tremont. I mean, it was not in East Tremont before. Well, it's been on Burnside. It's been 161st Street, and we've been on East Tremont for almost a couple of years, probably. And through all this time, I always, was happy to arrive in the program because this man, he was the one working at the door, and so he was always very nice. Yeah, he was always like very respectful, and he had a quick smile, for everybody. About like a month ago, he disappeared, and I get back in the program, about any updates, and we don't know. We don't know anything about him. And this morning, because I had several, like upsets with the new door woman because the first time that she went in, she got into my handbag and started pulling everything out of my handbag, and I was like, in what universe is that acceptable? This is not a women's prison. I'm sure, I don't know where she came from, but so she calmed down a little bit, but it got just really plain weird, because as soon as I opened the door, I tried to open the door, quietly, because she's so very over dramatic, and she see me, and mind you, she is in really awful shape, she can, but she sprang out of her chair, and she go like, she grabbed the metal detector, and she go like, and she going around me, she go like, it's very, very dramatic, like, I don't know where they got her from, but I think like, that's very inappropriate, to handle things like that, She don't really have to get out from her desk. They have like a front desk at the door, and but she do. She get up, and last week, I try not to get my temperature right here, because on average, regular week, I mean, like most people right now probably get that thing like 20 times a week, to measure your body temperature. But so I'm trying to get it in my arm, to get it somewhere. So for some reason it was marking like 94, and so she got up on her desk again, and she grabbed the thermometer, which is like something like a camera, and she went on like this in my forehead. She went on like, just like that. I thought that was like very inappropriate. I mean, she saw me that I was trying to get it. For some reason it marked, I think it was 93, 94, I forgot. So she went on like I was gonna ask her, you had to do that, right? I mean, she's just like clueless. I mean, I remember growing up, it was always like, we used to be the most tactful. There was always stuff that, you know, we had to deal with, but now it's like the other way around. We have become like these brutes that, so last week I didn't go at all. So I guess that was 2 weeks ago. Last week I didn't go at all because I didn't want to deal with her. So, but today is Wednesday, and I had signed up to do, this program is called Healthy Living, and I thought it's like, well, I want to finish it so I can get my incentive, which is a $25 gift card for a corporation. It's not even like you can spending anywhere. You have to spend it at that store. But I'm like 4 groups away from completing it. So, I thought of like, let me show up today, but we didn't make the 3 people, so we needed 3 people to have the group. There was only 2 of us, so I'm just like, I just couldn't believe myself, I mean, I walk in, walk to the little hallway, and I see his picture on the wall, a tiny little picture, I mean, it's in that phone, so I cannot show it to you. And he had like 4, like shriveled, like very old flowers. I guess they've been there for over a week. Like I say, I haven't been there like in a week and a half, just to avoid that, And I asked them, that they could make our life a lot easier if they do like, like an email list from the program and tell us what's going on Mondays. So I'm gonna insist again, so I don't want to be surprised again. I thought that was very, inhumane, very inhumane, especially with all this hypocrisy of so many people like coming out, for George Floyd. And I asked the director of the clinic, what was the difference between George Floyd and Q? We call him Q. His name was Quentin. I don't know his last name, so. So they totally took from us, the opportunity to, buy him a, like a get well card or something, making a video or something, tell him that we was thinking about him. He was missing for a month, missing for like a month. No, we don't know. We don't know what happened to you, It was kind of like actually pissed. There was pissed. There were so many people going out, I guess, because of the rain, I guess. Wow. The platform got packed. Right before there was a train, right before I started this, so I thought it's like, I guess I'll get 1 second. It got jam-packed, I guess, and they have signs all over the train and everywhere saying, welcome back, New York. Like, they're trying to make people like, because they're taking for granted everybody is gonna, and they're coming out with ways. Brother Riza Islam, he put a list of like 15 incentives from, getting a blunt, getting ice cream, getting like whatever, It's ridiculous, I mean, like, so I was trying to educate the director of the clinic, which is a gay man. I mean, he could be a trans man, I don't even know. I mean, like, he's very private, and he's a nice guy. He's, I think, from, I'm not sure, Bangladesh or India, I'm not sure. He's a really nice guy. He's the nicest guy that we ever had in a long time in that clinic. So I want to say that too, but it's just that he just get in this mode of, and humanity just go out of the window. I guess he gotta put on this tough thing because he's like working with drug addicts. It's a harm reduction program. So yeah, I have to say, in order to come there, you have to say that you have a problem. So it's like that's the only way I can get any help, any socializing or anything. So there's a lot of great stuff with this program from Bronx Works. Don't get me wrong, but I mean it's just that I did not want to find out. To tell the truth, I mean I could have called. I could have several times to try to find out, but sometimes you deep down you already know, but it's just like you want to be wrong so bad. I wanted to be wrong so bad, to not deserve this. He was a very sweet and gentle soul. I mean, I know that's so been said, done so many times, but that's true. I mean, in spite of, what the media tell us, I mean, most African American men, heterosexual African American men, they're very sweet and gentle people. And I was trying to tell, the director of the clinic, this is the same thing that they do. They're the number one target in this country, in the empire, because of their dominant genes. And so he was just like, yeah, well, but I didn't know, we didn't know. It's like, I think just because I insisted, they actually, found out what happened. I think he probably was dead already for a long time, and and just they didn't bother to tell us, and nobody in the program. I'm telling you, I guess it would be fair to say that at least 80%, of the clients or the patients are African Americans, but I was the only one asking about him. It's like, so you gotta tell, you gotta question what's happening to us as a society. That, I think it was 5 years. I know him for 5 years. I mean, I have to check the dates from when we used to be in Burnside and we used to be on 161st Street. 161st Street was almost 2 years too. So yeah, I would say 5 years. 5 years. It was the first face you see in the program, and it was he just had a way to make you feel comfortable, without I tried to, get him into CMOs, and he needed to lose weight. I told him these viruses, I told him way before. I told him in December 2019. I told him this shit is coming. You have to be very careful. And I mean, he died, and I wonder if the corporation is going to give any money to their family from working so much. There's going to be indemnization for the family because he died. He caught it in the program. Come on. I don't think he caught it anywhere else. I mean, but, well, they cannot, I guess, cannot prove it, but I hope the family at least got some good indemnization. I know he had a girlfriend, that's all I know. He wouldn't really talk a lot about himself. He seemed very fearful of people. To me, he looked like he was very, he did not deserve to be that, I'm just very, very frustrated. Very frustrated that, this program, I don't know if there's always been like this. I don't think so, I don't think, I know we have had older people who died in the program and they get put flowers, they get a nice portrait. I don't know. an African American woman over here. She didn't like what I had to say. I'm like, they hate him. Can you hate your own people? How can you hate your own men? I mean, that's ridiculous. It's like shooting yourself in the head. I'm getting numb. Let me turn on the other side. Sorry. I'm like, that's just crazy, you know. You cannot be. They should have been the first ones to make noise and say, hey guys, let's make a video for Q so we can show him in the hospital that we're thinking about him. No. None of that. This is a living testament of, you know, what heterosexual African American go through. I really feel like, you know, like DMX, you know, especially like DMX, I feel like it's like it came out of guilt. I was able to feel like, I mean, I might be crazy, but I felt like guilt. It's like, oh, I guess we owe this to our men. And they came out for him. I didn't really know him. I really didn't know much about his music. Obviously, it was not for me. His music, you know. I think I like one of his songs. I don't even remember what the name of the song is, but I'm just like disgusted. I'm disgusted. I have to tell them, you know, you have to tell them, these people, what they're doing. It was like they have no clue what they're doing. You know, maybe he don't. You know, he sat there and he thought that he listened. You know, but I don't know if he listened. I say at least put a nice flower over there. That is like those. I mean, you know, I might make another video to show you the picture of the flowers. It was like they've been there for like a week at least, those flowers. I guess he did not click with nobody. That should tell you a lot. He did not mess with nobody. He did not, you know. I can tell you, you know, I got that like idea, like he was like fearful. And they all are. And they all are.
Sorry.
Because we live in times, and we live in times where, you know, or we had to say, you know, oh, it's toxic masculinity. Oh, you're like, you know, harassing me, or, you know, sexual harassment and stuff like that. So now I'm like, they're like, literally between a rock and a hard place. Well, I don't know, next Wednesday when I come back, I tell them I'm coming on Wednesdays because that's all I can take of the new doorwoman. I just don't understand why all those theatrics. You know, I barely open the door and she just jump over chair and she go like, you know. Yeah, maybe that don't help at all.
But I think it kind of do like, when one of the people that for like 5 years, even if you don't know where he lived, nothing much about him, he barely talk about himself, but and the same thing happened in my building. There was this Afro Puerto Rican man, used to be one of the janitors, and he was like, struggling with alcoholism. This is unbelievable. The platform, you get packed. I'm in the middle of the platform, that's why. So he will like leave some time. In the mornings, sometimes outside my door, he'd be like mopping the floor and stuff, and singing or whistling, like stuff. He was trying to be an upbeat man or whatever. He was, he was struggling with alcoholism. And one day I just saw that posted by the elevator in the lobby that he had died, and I looked him up. Apparently, he had died in his apartment for a while, and they found him like months later. Got all this propaganda. At that time, we used to have like the secretary of the building. We got mental management in the building. Yeah, they had African American cartoons, but that's about it. There's no really nothing, that really welcoming. So we used to have a Dominican, secretary come to the building. And they have an office right there. For Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I think it's from 11 to 3. I think on Thursdays it's late. So I told her, her name is Julissa. I told her, like, oh no, I think we just when we got there, the memorandum, I think it came like in a little note that he had died. And I said, why don't you put the picture? There was probably people who knew him, who spoke to him, and they So she put the picture, tried to put some flower drawings around it, like something more humane, but they wasn't even going to do that. So I noticed that's a pattern of, like, I guess they say, well, that's the help. I don't know, it's like, I remember I made a video and oh yeah, I told her to put it because, it was gonna be the funeral on 14th Street for the janitor. And well, she finally did it, but I had to shame her to do that. And his death touched me because, like I say, I think it was only like 3 years with us. But I don't know. I mean, there's going to be a protocol, I guess. You know, how long are we supposed to care for somebody? You know, I mean, how long we supposed to see somebody before we care for them? Yeah, I'm like just in the wrong place at the wrong time right now. I think he deserves so much better. He must have been working for that company for probably like 6 to 10 years. But we only found out until he was gone. So I wanted to make this video just to show you, like, you know, this is what our heterosexual African American men are going through. Just this possible. You know, if I have not insisted on finding out about him in front of everybody, you know, probably they would have never even put the picture in there because they didn't consider him to be so that important, you know. I'm telling you, this propaganda is crazy. You see? We are obsessed with blackness. Black bodega, black this, black that. Unbelievable. Because they know what sells. They know that culture is what sells. So they go after them. They say they're opening 24/7 now, just in time for the elections. With all the noise I made about Cuba.
That's uptown, baby. That's uptown.
Downtown.
Downtown?
Downtown. It's so disoriented. I'm surprised Mushika didn't yell this time. Because she always yells on the phone when she's like announcing. And put your mask on. It's the law. You know? I'm surprised that they was asking, is this downtown? And she was like, I had to scream myself. Yes. You know? I'm gonna start walking because I'm like paralyzed already from, you know, now I'm getting angry, you know. How can you have to tell people, you know, hey, you know, you need to be more humane, you know. This is freaking racist. You know, people only when you tell them something like that, they might, you know, shift their attitude. You know, I mean, like, I guess they're so busy they couldn't call me, because they got so busy. But you see, incentivized divorce. So now, we can just like pick whatever guy we want. We know there's no consequences. We can just get divorced. Look at this. Bushika. Now they're putting that she's the one who invented this, she's the one who did this, she's the pillar of society, she's this, she's that. All kinds of lies. Just massaging their ego. You're just massaging their ego, like, look at this. The most educated sector of the population is black women. But they're still crying like, oh my God, we're like this, we're that. We earn less than other women. Black men, heterosexual black men don't even got jobs. They're unhireable, especially in schools, unless they're gay, unless they wear a dress. You see now a lot of heterosexual black men just they don't know what to do to avoid from getting killed in the street. They're trying not to be gay. They're trying to like whatever, so they can fit in. Because that's the only way they're welcome. Only castrated black men are welcome. Whether it's like, look at this. Panhandling America. Unbelievable. Wow, it's the first black couple I've seen in they're gay. I thought that was a woman. Well, it's hard to know these days. So that's the thing with feminism. Feminism is for us to have to be able to be feminine. Oh my God, yeah, this is gay shit. Look at this. I thought that was a black woman. I was just gonna say, you see, I'm not even fronting. I'm not even like lying to you. It's a whole campaign to dismiss heterosexual African American men. I told the director, they're the ones who have the original DNA. And they can single-handedly make America all make again. But it's going to be too late once that we start to wake up. I think most men are already so traumatized by all this satanization, all these oh, you're patriarchal, oh, you're this, you're harassing me. That's all we gotta say now. Oh, you're sexually harassing me, and that's it. We continue to have every day, we see in the newspapers at least one heterosexual African American man, being, having pictures and everything. When the whites commit a crime, there's not even a picture. It's a tiny little note. That's how you know there was white. Or they are white, the whatever. No, this poor Q. He should have at least known that. I guess some of us, we was, happy to see him in the program. But now we're sad to see him go. Like I told the director, all these, African American women working in the program, and they should have been the ones fighting for their own men. And they are the last ones. They're like, because they consider heterosexual black men, their competition. They gotta get rid of from the crib. From the crib. So now they are purposely educating them, wrong, so they never succeed. And every time, they go to work, and they don't know. They don't know if they're gonna be okay. They don't know if they're not gonna get raped, molested, or whatever. They don't know. They are bad bitches, making money, working. When they don't have to. You can have a husband and take care of that, and you can stop getting your fibroids. Because that kind of stress, it only gonna give you fibroids and all kinds of weird cancers, because we are not wired for that level of stress of the workforce, especially not in the United Slaves of America. We're not. We've seen that. I've been talking about my sister. Right before she went into med school, she started having fibroids. She got scraped like 3 times. And the last time, miraculously, she was able to get pregnant. And she had my nephew. Miraculously, because the doctors, they say, no, you're never going to have babies. Because they scrape her so much. So the evidence is there. They have the studies over there. But, oh no, you are misogynist. If you publish these studies, if you talk about these studies, how being hustling in the street, make us literally sick, to the point that we a lot of times we might not even get to know our grandchildren. It's just madness. It's just pure madness. I am so grateful that there's more every day, heterosexual African American men speaking up. And every time my eyes go like this and my eyebrows go like this, everything I hear they've been through as children, and that nobody give a damn. Go ahead, sir. And that nobody give a damn. This is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, the fact that we allow this in our society, We need to do better. We need to do better for African American men. They are the patriarchs of society, the true patriarchs. And that's not a slur, to be a patriarch. We've been told that patriarchy it's toxic and whatnot. No, it's the rightful order of the world. And they stole that shit from me. They stole the opportunity to let him, know that, I thought that he was a great human being. I told him, live your life, don't worry too much. I tried to get through to him, but, probably I did, but, he was still, I think he had asthma or something. That's why this freaking virus took him away. But, I just hate that program, so much right now. And just the fact that they look at me like I'm crazy for just requesting just the simple, human kindness to find out what was happening to him all these weeks. And no, we don't know what's happening to him. Is he on vacation? Is he why he just disappeared? And this morning I just walk in and I just see his picture with those crappy little flowers over there, It's too much.
It's too much. Till next time.